Hello everyone, welcome back to Art a la Carte. I've had a lot of people ask me to try out the Faber Castell color pencils, so I purchased a 12 pack and I'm going to try them out, give you my kind of first impressions about them, and then compare them to the color pencil that I normally tend to use, which is the Prismacolor. So I got this set off of Amazon. I really love the packaging in this. It comes in this really nice tin. The pencils are really well packaged. They weren't rumbling around. It comes with a really fun little information sheet that gives you a list of all of their colors. So the Faber Castell color pencils don't have as wide a variety of color options as the Prismacolors, but they still have a really nice selection. So this set here, again, came in this cute little tin, and I really love the feel of these pencils. So they have a full coating all the way around, and they're a little bit larger than a Prismacolor color pencil, so you can kind of see the comparison there. And at first I was a little nervous that maybe it wouldn't fit or work in a regular pencil sharpener. It's a little snug, but it works fine. So I didn't have any problems with it at all. So now let's take and play with them on some paper, because that's the best way to get to know a new art supply, is just play with it. Don't be afraid of it. Just play, make some marks. Don't try to create a masterpiece. Just try to get a feel for this new brand. So I went ahead and made a swatch using the Faber Castell, and it makes a lovely gradient from dark to light. And then just as a comparison, I'm going to pull in a red Prismacolor pencil and make a gradient, and you can see you can get the same kind of gradient. One of the things that a lot of people have said is that you can layer a lot easier on top of your Faber Castells than your Prismacolors. So I went ahead and layered on some blue onto the red for the Prismacolor, and then some red Faber Castell on top of a blue, and they both, I think, layered fairly well. So then I decided I wanted to take two different colors and see if I could merge them together to create a new color. So with the Faber Castell, I brought in a yellow and then brought in a blue Faber Castell and gradiented it over top of that to see if I could get a green, and it did. I mean, I would obviously just use the green Faber Castell color pencil if I wanted green, but that is an option. So I wanted to get a little bit more in depth with comparing your Prismacolor pencils and your Faber Castell. So this is a light blue Prismacolor. I'm trying to find the closest shades that, match up. And then I went over with a Faber Castell, and this was the only time the lead broke with the Faber Castell, was just that one time. I think it just kind of gotten bumped in shipment, and it wasn't even like the lead broke, it just had a little fracture on it. And so laid it in there, and I'm going to go ahead and scrub in and burnish in one corner and push as hard as I can with both of them. Another review I've heard is that the Faber Castell doesn't have crumbs. I found it did have crumbs, but no more than the Prismacolor does. Another thing I hear is that this doesn't have as much wax, and I can definitely see a difference with that. When I kind of tilt the paper to look, I see a really waxy shine on the Prismacolor, but not so much on the Faber Castell. So now I'm really going to lay in some more color on top. So I'm using a Prismacolor yellow on top of the Prismacolor blue, and on the parts where I didn't burnish super hard, blends beautifully. Did the same thing with the Faber Castell and had similar results. So it went nicely. I wanted to see how well their colors matched each other, so I took the magenta Prismacolor and added that in and went in over top of them, and again went beautifully over the part that I didn't push super hard, and the color stayed true. Over the portion of the blue where I did burnish, when I added the magenta up there, it mixed and so changed the color, but it laid in nicely. Then I went ahead and grabbed the magenta Faber Castell pencil and went ahead and started adding, and first thing I noticed was their magentas are completely different colors, so you can't really judge the coloring the same. They just have both companies have a different idea of what magenta is. And then laid that over and found that the Faber Castell did seem to hold the same tone better over the burnish. So I could lay the colors a little bit better with the Faber Castell, and I really liked that. So again, you can see the definite difference between the magenta Prismacolor plain and the magenta Prismacolor over the blue. There's a definite tone difference. Whereas if you look at the Faber Castell, there's not that much. A little bit of darkening, but not super much. So I'm going to add some more color. So here is a Faber Castell green. I have burnished really hard on this, and I'm trying to place in some more color, and it takes it a little bit, but the paper is pretty much maxed out. So it's kind of, it darkens it, but it's not going to actually let you lay in the green over top of it. But I didn't find that as a problem. And when I tried to do this with the Prismacolor color pencil, I also chose a somewhat similar shade of green. Found that, again, the paper's pretty maxed, and especially over the part where I really burnished it, it's definitely not holding up. It's crumbling a lot. So I did see a difference in the quality there. Right now I'm going to do a color swatch of all 12 colors that you get with the Faber Castell, and then give you my final overview opinion. Is Faber Castell as good as Prismacolor pencils? Yes. Yes, they are. Are they better? I think yes. I think Faber Castell is better. They are open stock. They're a little bit harder to find open stock, but I've heard that you can get them open stock. Are they a big enough difference between the two that I feel I would just switch over? No. When I was working with alcohol-based markers and I had the Spectrum Noir markers, I invested quite a lot to build that collection. And when I went and switched to Copic markers, there was such a drastic difference in the quality that I immediately decided, yes, there was enough difference to switching completely over from Spectrum Noir to Copics. With Faber Castell, as I go to replace my stock, if I can find them in Faber Castell, if I have the choice between the two of them, I will definitely choose the Faber Castell. They're a little bit more expensive, but overall I do like the quality. But it's definitely not something that I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of all my Prismacolors and go and buy all the Faber Castells. I'm going to go ahead and use my Prismacolors up and then slowly make that switch. If you're a first-time buyer and you're trying to decide which one is which, if money is super tight, go ahead and go with the Prismacolors, and that's a great one to practice with and get to know the medium with. If you have the budget to be able to invest in Faber Castells and you're ready to get a nice quality color pencil, then yeah, definitely. That's my thoughts and opinions. Let me know in the comment section below. Have you tried Faber Castell? Have you tried Prismacolors? Have you tried another brand of color pencil that you really like? Let's talk about it in the comments. Well, thanks for hanging out with me in this video, and until next time, God bless you guys, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye!